Welcome to What the F***, an example of what you can do on public access TV when you're not wearing any underwear. Hey, let's get a preview of tonight's show from Timothy Walton in our legal department. Timothy, what do we have in store for tonight's show?
Also, why talking about yourself is as much fun as sex. And speaking of sex, a helicopter mom seeks a fun girl for a good time.
Timothy, thank you very much. We'll see you at the end of the show. Hey, let's meet tonight's guests. An example of what can happen when you don't fully read the medical research contracts before signing them. Hey, you guys all drank the juice, right? Anyway, in the far chair, it's mentally healthy professional Nan Miller. She's so nice the Grim Reaper will take a day off if she asks him. Tell him to take next week off. In the middle chair, it's program director Kate Swanson. She's so charming, she's managed to convince the KKK to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Good job. In between them, he's the sports director of KMVT. It's Bobby Chastain. If awesome direction was a landfill, sanitation workers would stick their junk into him. Finally, sitting next to me, it's attorney-at-law Mel Patterson. If penetrating legal analysis was a text, Carlos Danger would do him naked and with total strangers. Issue number 1. If you like your food to hurt, are you an extrovert? A study from Penn State University, Go Panthers, found that people who seek adventure and intense sensations like spicy food more than those who avoid risky situations. Subjects were rated on the RNet Inventory of Sensation-Seeking Test, which measures the desire for novel and intense stimulation regardless of the risks involved, and then had them eat a spicy meal and rate the meal. Those who had below average AISS scores tended not to like the meal, while those who were above average tended to like it. But, does this apply to cats? We applied some hot sauce to cat fur, and this is what we got. That's how you get cats to disco dance. You just put hot sauce on their fur and then they kind of hack off a very spicy hairball. All right. Hey, Nan, spicy food and extroverts, you agree you're buying this or not?
I'm all over that.
Yeah, so, okay. So you tend to agree. Do you like spicy food?
Love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you an extrovert?
All the time. No, not really. No, I do prefer spicy food, but I'm not quite a total extrovert, although I did eat a lot of spicy food and then I went surfing all day yesterday.
And?
I have a really burnt back.
Okay. So that citation for the local police of boogie boarding naked, that has nothing to do with your love of spicy food?
I'm not going there, but yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's see here, Kate. Are you a spicy? I get from just knowing you and hearing you talk that you must love spicy food. Is that right?
I do like spicy food.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any particular favorites?
I like spicy Mexican food.
Okay.
Indian food. I mean, I'll pretty much try anything once.
Okay. Yeah. Really?
Okay.
That sounds like a challenge here.
How about a jalapeno? Okay.
Jalapeno. So you have to appreciate spicy food to get that joke, right?
That's
now?
right.
Okay. All right. All right. Then, do you think then that if you're buying this, then do you think it's merely a? You think it's correlation or causation?
Well, I don't know how you could tell.
Well, is it just a mere coincidence that people who extroverts like spicy food, or is there a causal effect? You know.
Maybe if you're eating the spicy food, then running around for water, you bump into more people, meet them.
Okay. All right. So your score. You must have scored real well in science. Bobby, are you a spicy food aficionado?
Yeah, I love them. I love the spicy food. And I think there's got to be a correlation there. Just sort of fits, don't it? Just seems right. Like if you eat bland food, you're kind of... Donut? Yeah.
Donut?
I used to do when I was younger, the food challenges, where you get a t-shirt if you ate the spicy wings. And I'll tell you, you're definitely an extrovert after that, So you do like an endorphin rush and all that kind of stuff.
Plus you're huffing and puffing and just screaming at the top of your voice, right?
Yeah, it gets uncomfortable, and then you want to tell everybody about your great life experience that you just had.
Is that before or after the trip to the bathroom?
Right, yeah.
Or during the trip to the bathroom.
Hopefully not during, but definitely after, everyone wants to hear about how the next day went. And that turns you into an extrovert also. It's like, well, let me tell you, my poop, ...
What is your level of spice tolerance on the chicken wing scale? Are you...
I passed with flying color. I mean, it's the super...
Are you atomic or thermonuclear or...
I don't eat it as a rule for to have good taste, but to pass the challenge, yes, the ridiculous one where they put all the peppers on it. Yeah, I can pass that.
You can pass that with flying colors?
Yes.
There's nothing that causes you fear.
Food, right?
Yeah, no, spicy food that causes you fear.
No.
There's nothing you say, okay, I draw the line at habaneros or Scotch bonnets.
I'll try anything once.
All right, this sounds like a food challenge for the next show.
That's right.
Mel, are you buying this or not?
I'm with the rest of the panel here. I absolutely love spicy food.
Are you an extrovert?
I think you have to be an extrovert just to show up on this show, Jim. I mean,
Oh, there you go.
That's only people watch the show. If no one watches it, you're an introvert. So it's like you're
if you watch it and don't tell people you watch it,
That's true. Okay, so you consider yourself an extrovert?
I do.
So do all four of you consider yourselves extroverts?
For the most part.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Do you think you have higher levels of heartburn than most introverts?
I sleep with Tums next to my bed.
Tums is the medication, not the name of your partner, right?
To me, it's just candy.
Again.
I'm never going to get out of this.
Really strong bones, I
That
bet.
was the pole dancer.
Really strong bones.
So did you guys? So Bobby has a higher level of heartburn. Do you guys all have higher levels of heartburn than your introverted peers?
No.
No.
No, as my father once said, it's not what you eat, it's what's eating you.
So iron stomach, right?
Yeah, I can eat anything I want.
Ulcer free, right?
Yeah, ulcer free.
Okay.
I'm happy.
Right. Same thing, Kate. You don't have
Same
heartburn.
thing. I don't have heartburn.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go on to issue number 2. If you're a shrinking wallflower, will your outlook be sour? If you're a late bloomer, are you an old doomer? Yeah, you can't. Research from the University of Southampton shows that those who are more outgoing or emotionally stable as young adults are happier later in life than their more introverted, less emotionally stable peers. Shocking, I know. The study examined the effects of neuroticism and extroversion at the ages of 16 to 26 years on the mental well-being and life satisfaction at age of 60 to 64 and explored the mediating roles of psychological and physical health. They found that personality dispositions during early adulthood have an enduring influence on well-being decades later. I believe we have some of the research footage here. Hey Bobby, that was a nice doing the Big Brother, but you don't have to wear the sunglasses and the fake mug. Plus, that kid's going to be traumatized for life.
Yeah, he looked really mortified.
He looked really mortified. So Bobby, happiness in your teens and early 20s affects your happiness as an older person. You buying this or not?
That if you're happy when you're young, you're going to be happy when you're old?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true unless you're too happy when you're young, as in, partying and doing drugs all the time, because then you end up burning out.
But those people aren't happy.
Those people aren't happy. She's the mental
I know
health
these
professional.
things.
She knows.
While they're on drugs, they're happy.
That's right.
See,
I was 16
are they happy
once.
because they're on drugs, or are they just on drugs because they're not happy?
I think they're not happy when they're not on drugs, and that becomes the problem.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
I would concur.
I concur. All right. So you buying this or not?
Yeah, buying it. I think if you're a happy person, you tend to stay a happy person, and if you're sort of dark and introverted, then you tend to be more brooding all through your life.
Well, and how were you like in those formative years?
I was actually a little bit more towards introverted, and then at some point I had a realization while I was on drugs that I could, I had as much to say as anybody.
Oh, okay.
And then you started eating spicy foods.
I thought it started when you eat spicy foods and then you did the drugs.
That didn't hurt, yeah.
That didn't hurt. Okay, because we just take a sequence.
At some point I had to start eating spicy foods in lieu of doing drugs.
In lieu of doing drugs. Would that work?
It's...
Yeah.
Tums. Say Tums.
Tums is my favorite drug.
Nan, you work with crazy people. Are you
Yes.
buying this or not?
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So So you think that all those depressed people were the goth teenagers?
They're all
in high
beaten
school?
as children, yes.
Okay.
And then we have our recent tragedy, not to be a bummer, but what's up with Corey Monteith, the Glee guy? Come on, he was unhappy when he was a kid.
Was he?
Yes.
I wouldn't know.
Well, People Magazine, you got to read it.
Oh.
So, he played like he was happy, but he really wasn't. He was an artist.
Even
like
though
Okay,
but he was successful and had money. Why wouldn't he be happy?
he felt awkward, and so he played a role
Right.
to compensate, and it wasn't real. I'm gonna cry now.
Oh, okay. Well, just compose yourself over there. I'll go over Mr. Sunshine over here. Mel, were you a happy teenager?
You know, I was, but I have to tell you, Jim, that I think that this whole study of 16-year-olds is, you have to throw that data out because most 16-year-olds are mentally ill anyway.
Well, yes, but the thing is, the mentally ill happy ones are going to be happy as
Yeah,
adults.
but they're happy because they're mentally ill. The data is just not right there, you know?
Well, see, the thing is, if the illness goes away but the happiness stays, is it really a problem?
Well, how do you know when the illness goes away?
Well, you assume you're not mentally ill when you're in your...
Don't assume that.
Well, are you mentally ill then?
I'm a lawyer. Wouldn't you say I'm mentally ill?
First we kill all the lawyers.
Masochist, maybe, but okay. Well, then by definition, we're all mentally ill because we were all 16 at one point in our lives.
And there you go.
Unless you're under 16, then you're not 16 yet, right? But, okay.
Until you start eating spicy food.
Oh, okay. There you go. Spicy food. Okay.
Maybe when you're happy when you're younger, there's more chance of becoming disillusioned, and right, like life is great, and then you learn something, and then you become sad when you're older.
Your dog dies.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I think the study is that even if that happens, when you get older and you get to your 60s, which you'll have to look forward to in 30 years, that you'll be happy again, right? Because you're happy. I think that's despite all the ups and downs that life throws you at you, happy as it.
Where's the 60-year-old data? I want to see that.
No, they survey people as teens and in their 60s.
Yeah.
I think they call it emotional
Yeah.
intelligence.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
you can be really stupid
revert
but
back
happy.
to what you were when you were a kid.
Okay.
Because you're mentally ill again.
Okay. Oh, different mental illness, right?
That's right.
So are you buying this or not buying this?
Yeah, I think you're sort of the same person at 16 and whatever age.
You're the
there's
same
bits of
person
you.
at 16 as you are at 60?
Yeah, because you're free again. You can do
okay.
whatever you want.
All right. Okay. All right. We are on to our first break. Don't give me any peppers in the break. Oh, we're back. Issue number 3. If your conversation is me, will you experience ecstasy? Researchers from Harvard University Social Cognitive and Affective Neuroscience Lab, aka my basement, found that when people talk about themselves, it triggers the same chemical reaction they experience during sex, and this motivates them to share personal information more regularly. By the way, my password, my ATM, sorry. They also found that the effect was enhanced when talking about themselves to other people. No, never mind. Subjects talked about themselves and about others while undergoing an MRI and had the same pleasure centers of the brain were activated as during having sex. But you know what's even better than that? This. Yeah, I should have probably used that for the why life ambition stops at 35. But anyways, all right, let's see here. Kate, talking about yourself is as pleasurable as a sex. You buying this?
Well, I guess if they have those pictures of the brain, so
Based on your experience, are you buying this?
It could be similar, but probably not really.
No, that could be. We're talking about your observations, your own personal
Okay,
observations.
I'm gonna have to say no.
Okay. Which is more pleasurable?
Eating chocolate.
Okay. I like that dodge. Good dodge. Hey, Nan, talking about yourself is pleasurable as sex. Buying this or not?
Only if people listen to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in that latter group. Okay, you experience extra pleasure if someone's around to hear you talk about yourself.
Right.
Right.
Otherwise,
You're just talking to yourself and you're crazy.
yes, exactly.
Like you were when you were a teenager
Pretty much.
and not eating spicy food.
No, I was eating spicy food. I don't know. The wires got crossed. I don't know.
No, it's all right. It's okay. So you're not buying this. So you're not buying this, or are you buying this?
I know people do enjoy talking about themselves. I tend to do a lot of listening. I don't know what that means.
Okay. Well, you're an enabler.
I'm an enabler.
There you go.
I like to watch people get off.
Which? Okay. All right. We'll share some videos. Anyways, which one do you find more pleasurable?
Talking about myself.
Okay.
Totally. Yeah.
You totally?
Yeah, I could tell you more.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. Bobby, you talk about yourself a lot?
I don't think I do. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like talking about myself.
Okay, so basically, is it, in comparing talking about yourself to sex, is it pretty much the same experience then? Short, embarrassing. Apology.
I really like talking while I'm having sex with myself. That's sort of the ultimate, isn't it?
I wouldn't know, but I'll have to ask Tums about that. Or is that Candy? I keep forgetting.
I think it evens out. I think talking about yourself is probably makes up people very happy, but it evens out because at some point you're going to have to listen to somebody else talking about themselves. And there's nothing worse in life,
Boring.
right?
Unless you're talking to Nan, right?
Well, Nan's a very interesting person, though.
Yeah, okay. And she might charge you by the hour till.
That's right.
I can tell you more. Okay.
We'll offline this.
Oh, okay. But that's just to hear him talk, right? That's it, right? Not the other thing that people get paid by the hour to do.
How do you know we haven't really hit it off over here?
That's true. I really don't.
I'm fascinated.
I'm fascinating.
Fascinating. All right. Well, you talk about yourself a lot.
I try to.
It doesn't work. Doesn't work out. No one wants it, right?
No. Jim, take me. Please.
No. Where am I taking you?
Oh my God. I gotta.
Oh, no.
Well, see, this is why we probably won't be allowed back on.
What time is it? Yeah.
Wow, it doesn't take you that long to talk about yourself. It's a really short conversation when you talk about yourself.
You take what you can get at my age, you know?
I guess so. I guess you don't have a lot to talk about.
He's all talked out.
He's all talked out.
All talked out, you know, ready for a cigarette now.
If you're a narcissist, how would you react to this news? What would you think their reaction would be?
Oh, man. Heaven.
Heaven?
Yeah, they'd agree.
Or as Mel would say, he'd come again. No? All right. I was hoping for more reaction, but okay. I'll just go on to the next issue. I think I've creeped you guys, I've creeped my panel out. Issue number 4. Would you be afraid if your mom got you laid? An unknown Philadelphia mother put an ad on Craigslist looking for a young woman who could help claim her socially awkward son's virginity and turn him into a, quote, cool college kid, unquote. The ad asked for a 19 to 20-something seductress to pick up a pair of complimentary tickets to a concert where she would meet a, quote, handsome 18-year-old varsity cross-country team member. I'm sorry, cross-country. Then the girl would meet him, seduce him, pop his cherry, and date him until he went off to Harvard and dump him gently. What else could he have done over the summer? Well, there is this.
Whoa! Oh, stop.
I don't know I still don't know which one's more painful. All right. Hey, Mel. Mom get you laid. Good idea or bad idea?
I could only wish. I mean, my mom never offered. So never offered to get me to get
No, never offered to get you laid. Not
right.
No, because
that would be so wrong. You know?
Yeah, that'd be wrong in like Alabama wrong. But, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
So do you envy this fellow, or do you feel sorry for him?
No. I mean, this is the new youth today, you know.
Which is what? You need mommy's help to get laid?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. I mean, this is the guy who's 19 or 20 and apparently hasn't had sex yet, which means, and you know a lot of these guys, he's been at home playing World of Warcraft.
Oh. Well, no, he was on his varsity cross country team. He's running around. So wait, but you wouldn't be worried that maybe mom doesn't have as good a taste as he does, or the same preferences?
Did it matter to him?
I don't know. I don't know if they. I don't know if they partook, if they went forward with the transaction. Well, all we have is a Craigslist ad. But you wouldn't be worried if your mom tried to get you laid. You wouldn't be worried that your mom has different tastes in women than you do.
It wouldn't matter. I mean, if I've never had sex before, you know, it's my first time. You know, I haven't worried about taste at that point. You know? I'm just worried about getting it. You know.
Even if it's from someone ugly.
In the dark, what difference does it make?
Okay, we know. We go. Okay.
Spicy food.
Spicy
Go on.
food.
You have a really low bar.
That's right.
All right. Nan, good idea or bad idea? Mom trying to get you laid.
Totally creepy, but not as creepy as, true story, someone, not that I know personally, mom helped him with that experience herself.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we're going back to that. But yeah, so
Totally wrong.
that's old school. That's before the internet. But
we
so,
have the internet now.
Yes. So no, it's all wrong. It's horribly, horribly wrong.
Okay. All right. Hey, Bobby, if you knew this guy, would he be considered the cool kid, or would he be endlessly bullied and teased?
Oh yeah, this is definitely creepy through the roof, like a new level. But on paper, and from the mom's point of view anyway, it's kind of a good idea. He's going to get a Harvard education. You don't need that hanging over his head, He ain't got no time to worry about
Because
stuff like that.
all the other Harvard kids have already gotten laid, right?
Well, so he'll have a leg up, so to speak.
Whose leg?
He'll know what to do.
No, so really, you don't want, these other distractions. Get it out the way, and your son, go to Harvard and do Harvard stuff instead of, going to get prostitutes or whatever.
I don't know if they have prostitutes in Harvard, but I get where you're going. Okay, you have two kids. You have a son,
I
right?
do have a son,
Okay, how old is he?
23.
Okay, would you have done this?
No, and
Okay.
I find it a little hard to believe that it actually was the mother writing that. It could have been.
Could have been a fake.
Could have been the son.
Would you think a son would write that ad
Um,
to pretend to be his mom?
I don't know.
But he'd have to
Yeah.
have cash for the tickets.
It
doesn't
has
make
to,
sense.
yeah, you have to get the money. Well, you stole the money from the mom. I don't know. What mom would do that?
I know.
It's creepy.
Apparently a very dedicated mom, a little bit too dedicated.
A
but-
little too involved
Yeah.
with her
Yeah.
son.
Hey, Mel, you're a lawyer. Is this prostitution or not?
Solicitation of prostitution, I would imagine it is.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. So
hadn't
maybe
thought of
mom
that.
might be in prison somewhere.
Possibly. Good place to get laid, though.
Oh!
But not for her son, for her. All right. Okay. You okay? Well, even though the son would not be culpable, would he? Because he doesn't know.
No.
He's sitting there with that.
Right. Unless
big smile
you
on
could
his
nail him for conspiracy, but I mean,
Unless he didn't know about it, right? Because
Exactly.
I assume the whole point is he's feeling good about
Right,
himself.
right.
All right. Hey, we are on to our second break. I always lose track. Mom, I don't need. Oh, sorry, we're back. Oh, hey. We're back from our second break, and for anybody who has questions or comments, our contact information and email and Twitter is below here in this lower third. There it is. And so feel free to contact us, even though I don't know if anybody does. Hey, but we are on to our final segment of the show. This is the fact-checking segment, where we learn where we went wrong during the course of the show, and for that, we joined Timothy Walton in the legal department. Hey, Timothy, how did we do on tonight's show?
Well, Jim, as usual, I'm going to be answering a ton of Twitters and email that complain about all of the problems that the panel has created by inaccurately stating facts. So I'm going to try to clear those up to prevent those angry emails about everything that you people say.
Okay.
But let me start with Mel. Mel, it's just not accurate to say that most 16-year-olds are mentally ill. They're all crazy. And it doesn't go away until they switch from drugs to spicy food.
Wait a minute, then I'm still crazy. Oh.
Also, Mel, the fact that you made the conscious decision to attend law school is proof positive that you have mental health issues yourself.
Says the other lawyer. Says one lawyer to the next.
Bobby, I have to point out, because we're going to get a ton of email about this, Tums is not candy. It's actually an over-the-counter drug to add calcium to your system.
You didn't know that.
Oh,
Am
those-
I supposed to respond?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, I think it tastes good like candy, and it's actually to reduce heartburn. Calcium is just sort of an extra thing you get out of it, so I got strong bones, and I don't have osteoporosis. Yeah, we covered that.
I think he means a different candy, Jim.
Oh yeah, it could be different candy.
The one you met
calcium
at
does
the
help.
club last night.
Oh, run that by us again.
The calcium does help for strong teeth, which are necessary for eating spicy foods.
Oh, there you go. There you go. What else you got?
Jim, you mentioned that Nan was cited for boogie boarding naked. I have to clear this up. It was a skimboard.
Oh, sorry. I'm not. You can tell me I'm not a surfer type of dude. They're all boards to me.
I suppose. Let's see. Kate, you need to talk about yourself more often.
You want to come over?
Oh!
Mel,
peppers while you're at
less
it.
often, please. I think it's also clear to everybody that Harvard nerd should eat more spicy foods.
Maybe talk about himself. No, probably talks about himself too much.
Probably.
I'm guessing.
Then, of course, I don't know what you people were thinking, but nobody considers their own mom to be a MILF.
I would hope not. But hey, we got a minute left, Timothy. So yeah, that would be really creepy. And
Yeah.
man, my
I'm
brain is
telling you.
damaged. I'm damaged because of that.
True story.
All right, I have to point out also, Mel, you were inaccurate in something you said about the state of the law. The mother is not guilty of solicitation. It's called pandering.
Okay.
Mel doesn't know how to pander.
He's a panda.
I'm going to go find a spicy donut.
Do we have spicy donuts over Krispy Kreme? I was wondering. Oh well, I always said it's more of a sweet thing, but that might be a new flavor.
Spicy
cake-
and chocolate.
Yeah, spicy chocolate.
Jalapeno chili.
Yeah. All right, Timothy, we are out of time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to the
Keep
panel
trucking,
and
dude.
the crew. And thank you for watching the show. Later.